feel like I should have DNF'd it, but hello everybody and welcome back. So in this little video we are going to be trying to catch up to my reading goal because I am desperately behind in it and I really want to hit my goal this time. So I just kind of tried to listen to a lot of audiobooks and read faster paced books that were more anticipated. Follow along and see how much I caught up to it, or if I got it. Hey guys, good morning. It is Reckless release day. I am outside of Target waiting for them to open the door so I can run in and get Reckless. But the thing with my Target is they never have the releases out, so you always have to ask someone, and there's like no one in that part of the store this early, so it's kind of a process to get new releases here like right when they open the store. But it's gonna be worth it because otherwise I have to wait like over 3 hours for Barnes to open, and I feel like I could get a good amount of reading done in that time, so I'm going to put on my big girl pants and ask. All right guys, I got it. 20 minutes later we secured the book. I am so excited. I cannot wait. How many pages is it? Looks like 375. You know what the best thing ever is? When Spotify says included in premium. I'm obsessed so far. It's going so good. I'm so into this story and I can't put it down. I feel like I haven't read fantasy in a while really, or like at all lately, so this is really great and putting me back in my fantasy era, I hope. I'm on like page 80 now. I'm gonna keep reading and hopefully get pretty far in this today. Hi friends, I am making charm necklaces and reading, I keep saying powerless, Reckless. I am on page 113, which is kind of crazy. Like I love audiobooks because you can just get through it fast while still doing other stuff. But look at this bookmark I got. I was on vacation for a bit in like a bunch of different small towns, and at a local bookstore they had these. They're like hand drawn. This looks like my dog who just, you know, and then on the back it has a cute Dalmatian. So this is genuinely like my most prized possession now. So yeah, I'm gonna keep listening and making charm necklaces. Clearly I just ran out of minutes, which we all knew that was coming because I genuinely didn't even think I had an hour left, but I'm glad I got halfway through with that. That's really awesome. I am going to get some work done now and then maybe read some more of this physically. I would love to finish it today, but I don't think that's possible, but I can try because I'm really liking it. I didn't know going into this, like obviously I knew how the first one ended and kind of like what had to happen from there, but I had no clue like what else was gonna be going on, and it's really interesting so far because I didn't think it'd be what's going on, but like I'm not mad. So yeah, especially I feel like it's very like action-packed so far. Like a lot is going down, so I'm excited to keep reading, but I do need to get some stuff done, so I'll be back. Okay, it is still powerless Reckless release day. As for that, I'm on page 202. I am pausing this for the day because if I keep reading I'm not going to stop, and I really wanted to finish These Violent Delights today because I've been listening for probably like 2 weeks now and I'm at 88%. I have an hour and 45 minutes left, but I think I'm going to return my Libby copy because I was going to read it physically the rest of it because I just feel like I can read it faster than the hour 45 and I want to go to bed at a decent time. And I was like, I'll just look if it's on Kindle Unlimited. Like we'll just look, and it was. So I am going to finish that on my Kindle and then go to bed, and I'm so excited because I'm really enjoying this book and back in my fantasy era. And hopefully tomorrow we can finish Powerless and maybe read another fantasy. I am on 28% of Daughter of the Siren Queen. It's going really good. I really am loving this series so far, and where this book is going was not expecting. I mean, I eventually saw it coming once we were getting hints, but like I was not expecting it because I didn't really read the back because I wanted to go in blind. I'm so intrigued. Like I'm loving it. So I made it to 30% of Daughter of the Siren Queen today. I'm definitely probably gonna make some more progress on it, but right now I have like a half hour-ish before I gotta peace out. So I'm going to physically read Reckless. I am so excited to get back into this. I have to force myself not to keep going. I'm on page 202 where we just ended up. I'm very intrigued to see how it's gonna go from here, and I'm just gonna keep reading and I'm loving it. I just can't get over this bookmark. I love it so much. Okay, also, one thing about this is after reading the novella Powerful, I'm intrigued to see if what that was about ties into this at all or not. I'm really hoping it does though. I just got back from a little art class thing. It was really good. My stomach issues are stomach issuing. I think it's acid reflux, but not 100% sure because I am so down bad and I'm supposed to leave for a concert in like an hour. I'm not sure how that's gonna go, but a little side rant because, you know, we're here. But yeah, I'm gonna lay here, listen to, I almost said Reckless. No, I don't have access to that book, but I'm gonna listen to Daughter of the Siren Queen and do some like work from my bed like this that I can do, and then maybe go to the concert. If not, I am finishing Reckless tonight. If I don't go, I'm finishing Reckless tonight. No negotiation. I just want to read it so bad. Hopefully my stomach stops because I really want to go to the concert. It's like not like something I have tickets for, like it's a free event, but I still want to go. Oh, I just feel talky right now. Okay, bye. I just got on here to update and I lost my place, so give me a second. I'm on page 278 and I have just about 100 pages left, and I also have just about an hour of reading time left, and I think my reading pace is like 100 pages an hour, so we'll see if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. If I can't do it now, it's gonna have to be finished tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes. I really want to finish though because I'm like so close and it's gonna be getting good. I just hit page 300 and we just had a little reveal, which is kind of hinted at, but I was not expecting this to be where it went. This is kind of crazy and intrigued. I feel like this is a big part of the story too. Like there's a lot of important stuff happening that could influence the rest of the book. I'm sad is what I'm saying. I have like 10 pages left. I'm sorry, what? Epilogue. Hi besties, so I finished Reckless. I can't remember if I updated, but I have more thoughts to add if I did, but I finished it. I'm gonna give it 4.5 stars because I freaking loved the book so much. Oh my goodness, I just felt like it was so action-packed and that stuff was constantly happening to the characters, that they were constantly doing stuff, and obviously I love them, and I just had so much fun with this book, and I felt like it was a good second book because usually in fantasy trilogies the second book is kind of like I don't know how to put it, but it's like a middle book. Like it's not super crazy to get you hooked on the series, but it's not that ending where everything has to tie up. It was a good middle book. One thing I am pretty disappointed about is the novella Powerful. I freaking loved that novella, and the story it followed just like, oh, it hit me hard. I loved it. I wish we would have got more of that in this book. I'm not sure if she's planning it for the third book, but I hope so, because I feel like why would you make the novella if you're not going to tie it into the series? So I'm really hoping that she does that. But I've been continuing Daughter of the Siren Queen, which is also going well. I feel like this book is also super action-packed. I don't necessarily like love it or I'm super connected to the main girl, but I do respect her and can recognize that she's a baddie and is a good boss main character, and I'm really enjoying it. I think I have like 3 hours left of the audiobook, so I'm hoping to finish it today. It's definitely going crazy and I feel like this group can't catch a break. I am going to work on my thumbnail for my tier ranking video and listen to Daughter of the Siren Queen, and then I'll update on my thoughts after that. I guess I'll make a time lapse. Enjoy. They're in a really tough situation and I don't know if she made the best decision, but I don't know. This is gonna end bad either way. I'm 85% through. I have an hour and 20 left and it's at the point where I can't stop listening. So I'm gonna make some charm necklaces and listen because where we're at now, I can't stop. I have 10 minutes left. I just finished the book. It was so good. I'm gonna go with 4.25 for it. I just loved the characters and how well they come together and work together, and they're just all boss bitches I mean, I loved it. I'm back. I am going to continue reading Annabelle Monaghan's, I don't know what it's called, on my Kindle, but my eyes are in pain because I've edited for probably 6 hours today. Can you tell? I'm gonna have to put my glasses closer because I really want to read. Okay, bye. Why? Okay, well, they took it off Kindle Unlimited, I think. Because I had it from Kindle Unlimited. Amazon hates me, and I'm kind of mad at them back. I don't know what to start. I got 2 new books yesterday, and I think maybe I'll start one of them. So I got the book, clearly. Finally, I got it back. Because, you want to know why? I had it through Libby, not Amazon. Okay, I'm getting really good vibes from the book, like the feeling that I'm just gonna really love it. And with seeing so many good reviews from people who I trust with book recs like Haley Pham and Destiny, I feel like I'm gonna love it. It's actually going so fast. Like, I'm already on page 27. I feel like I've been reading for like 10 minutes. It's probably been longer than that, but that's what it feels like. But yeah, I'm really liking it. I'm not too sure the premise yet, but our main girl, Sam, I think her name is, she's going back to the town where she grew up in, and she's engaged now and has like her life pretty set in stone, but she goes back and her teenage boyfriend is there, and it sounds like they were like really good together in like soulmate level, because everyone keeps saying like, "You're Wyatt." Like, this lady was just talking to Sam and her fiance, and she calls him "Your Wyatt told someone," like in front of the fiance. That's funny. I'm feeling good about this book and the vibes are high in it. I'm excited to keep reading. I thought I'd update on all of the books I'm reading because I'm in the middle of so many. I picked this book up at Barnes the other day and I started it by Mia Sheridan. I read the prologue and it was actually pretty good, so I definitely want to keep reading this. Got to page 67 or 25% of Same Time Next Summer. I'm really liking this. This book is so fast paced. Like, I felt like I read for like 20 minutes and I got super far in, and the chapters are super short. And then I just started listening to The Light We Lost by Jill, you know that one. I'm 12% through. I just picked this one because the audiobook's literally 7 hours, so I can get done with that hopefully within the next 24 hours, and then that should be the video. I am 40% through Same Time Next Summer and I'm really loving it. I just can't stop reading. I'm loving the characters and I feel like the story is kind of different from anything I've read. But so how it's set up is it's present time in her POV, but then you get flashbacks from both of them, so I'm loving the flashbacks especially. I just hit part 2, the now, and I feel like we are unfortunately done with the past timeline, but where it ended off, we don't really need more because we got the full story and why things stayed in the past and they kind of ended, which was really interesting because I feel like it's not the typical breakup reason for like childhood lovers tropes. So I'm really intrigued to see what's gonna happen next. I'm like 50% through the book and I'm loving it. I've been listening to The Light We Lost. I'm 51% through and I honestly feel like I should have DNF'd it, but at this point I'm like, I just want to hit my reading goals, so I don't really care. But yeah, it's very going eh. I don't care about it really at all, and it's kind of making me a little annoyed. Like, it's just kind of weird, like following our main girl and her new relationship, but she just can't get over her past relationship. And I don't know, I just feel like kind of the things she does and how she acts is a little like bestie, you know. But I've heard that this book's like emotional and good, but I'm not really seeing that so far. And it's Reese's book club pick, which normally I trust, but we'll see how this ends up going. But right now I am on page 269 of 303 in Same Time Next Summer, and I'm loving it, so I really want to finish this right now. I just finished it. Turns out I had like 10 pages left and not 20, and the rest is just extra stuff. I will say, I wish there was an epilogue. Like, I would love a year in the future thing, but like I can infer what happened. Oh my gosh, I loved it. Definitely need to read her other books like right now. That was awesome. Hey guys, so I finished Same Time Next Summer. As you saw, I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna go with 4.25. I loved it. I'm going to continue Unwanted by Mia Sheridan. I've read Archer's Voice by her. I loved Archer's Voice. I also started Tiny Little Raindrops on my plane ride, and I got like pretty far into it, but honestly it was kind of dark and I just wasn't in the mood for that book then. But it's like a softie enough. Like, I'm definitely gonna continue it since I'm like 30% in, I want to say. I'm also probably gonna listen to a little bit more of, wow, I'm blanking on the name right now. The Light We Lost and finish that and this in this video, and then we'll see where we're at with my reading goal. I think I'm 7 books behind. It's not looking good. It's really not looking good, because I feel like I've been listening to audiobooks like really fast and I just cannot catch back up. We'll see where I'm at the end of this video. If I made progress, 5 books behind schedule I'd be happy with. Like, that's still a lot, but I got this book on Friday and it doesn't get re-released until tomorrow. That's awesome. Okay guys, just a little update. I'm on page 56. This book is really good. I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely very emotional and heavy. There's kind of a couple different storylines we're following. Like, one's in the past and then we have the present, and there's also different kind of perspectives that we jump around in. Maybe it's like third person or something. I haven't been in school for a couple months now. I don't know. But I'm really liking it. It's definitely a heavier book, but it's going really good. I really like it. Okay, hit page 86. I'm not super connected to the characters yet, but I am connected to the story. Like, I need to know what's going down. Also, this cover. I don't really know how to word this, but with the past timeline, there's a certain part of the story that I'm very invested in, because when it's in any story, I'm invested in it. And knowing the present timeline, I know something happens, but I don't know how or when, and I'm really nervous for that. So I did just, it wasn't brought up at all in the past chapter I read, so I skimmed ahead to the next one. Well, I just skipped ahead to the next one, and I learned something very interesting. Oh my gosh, this book is like actually so good. Hey guys, so I just finished watching Destiny's moving video, and oh my gosh, I am feeling a lot of emotions from watching that. I'm just so proud. It hit home. I have like an hour to read before I have to go back to work, but I'm on page 266 and I'm loving it. At first, like, when I started reading again this morning, I was like, it's kind of like hitting a slow point. Yeah, I take it back. I take it back. Guys, I am locking in to finish this book. It is 8:34. My Hawala full of root beer. Book status, 100 pages left. If I lay down, I might fall asleep, so I need to try and like sit up. You guys, my camera just died and you guys missed probably the craziest reaction ever. Like, this book is so effed up and insane. It's gonna be so interesting when everything ties together and we get like the whole story. Okay, here we go. Whiplash, whoa. One thing, I'm not like gonna think about the couple in this every day for the rest of my life like I do some books. It is a little fast paced, and I feel like some things could have been figured out before we went headfirst into the romance, but I'm definitely more intrigued with the plot than invested in the characters. Like, I don't feel really super connected to the girl, but that's just because the book mostly focuses on the guy. But I do still like them, but you know, like, I'm not worshipping the romance basically. Whereas like in an Abby Jimenez book or a Sarah J Maas book, I think about these couples daily, but this one, like, it's more the plot still giving the vibes. So are you kidding me? I turned the camera off for one page and something crazy happens again. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god, that is so sad. Page 430 and 431. Oh, This is like hard to read. I finished it. It's safe to say that was 5 stars. Wow. Please go read this book. It is insane. It's definitely heavier and a lot of hard to read about subjects. Definitely recommend, but maybe look up trigger warnings more in the morning. I need time to process everything I just read. I don't know if I can sleep. I'm gonna make everyone in my life read this book now. I was at Barnes, like I said, Friday. Today's Tuesday and it technically came out today. It was on the book talk table and I'm like, ooh, that cover looks cute. And I haven't seen this Mia Sheridan book before because she did redo the cover and it's a different name now. I read the back and I'm like, Wilderness Guide, double murder investigation, living alone in the woods. I'm so glad I bought this. I was not expecting it to be this level of love towards a book and also just craziness. Hi friends, I am listening to The Light We Lost. I have 49 minutes left and with what just happened, it's making me even more mad at this book. I haven't been liking it really at all. That's why I haven't updated, because I'm not gonna, you know, like I'll say my thoughts but I don't recommend it to you. And what just happened, I'm like, why do you do this? Like, why? At this point, I'm like, I should have DNF'd it, but I'm really trying to just hit my reading goal at this point, and the book was like 7 hours. I'm gonna keep listening and try not to cringe. Okay, I just finished The Light We Lost, and let me just say that I hated all of the characters. None of y'all had valid reasons to do what you did. So yeah, 2-star book, and now we'll do the wrap up. Oh my gosh, hello, can you tell it's editing, Caitlin? I never really said what I ended up at for my reading goal, but I ended up becoming only 5 books behind schedule. Going from 8 to 5, I'm pretty proud of myself for that one. And I'm happy with that. I feel like now that we are down to 5 books behind schedule, it's kind of doable. But when I was at 8, I was like, oh my gosh, there's no way I'm going to hit my reading goal at the end of the year. But now I do feel a little bit better that I could hit it. So now on to the wrap up section. And we will chat about all the books that helped me get to that point. First book that I read was These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. This one I've been listening to for a very long time, like probably 2 weeks, which is a long time for me because normally I have a lot of audiobook time in my day-to-day life. But this one I ended up giving 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the whole like rival gang aspect in this and how it was like a looser Romeo and Juliet retelling. I did enjoy that. I definitely want to continue the series and I really liked the mystery aspect going on in this town. It did kind of drag out a bit, I will say. There were some parts where I'm like, okay, this is like way drug out for, you know, what the mystery was, but I still really enjoyed it and I did like the characters and I thought that was a really good story and I definitely want to continue this and then get to the like little spin-off series or one that goes after this. And then I finished Reckless by Lauren Roberts. This was such an anticipated read and it did not disappoint. I mean, it did like a tiny bit but not a lot. I ended up giving this one 4.5, so that's a dang good rating. This had me hooked from cover to end. I loved it so much. To me, it's really action-packed and I do love these characters so much, and this book just made me love them more. I am so intrigued to pick up the 3rd book and see what Lauren Roberts does with this. Please read this series if you haven't already. I've really enjoyed it. And then I read Daughter of the Siren Queen by Trisha Levenseller. This book was really good. I have really enjoyed this series so far. I'm not sure if there's any more books in it. I kind of think there's like one more or maybe it's like a spin-off. I don't really know. But I thought this was so action-packed from the beginning to the end and I went into this really blind. Like I didn't know what to expect, what the plot line was. Like I knew with how the first book ended what like would need to happen, but I wasn't expecting it to go this way or for the things that happened to happen. And I've really enjoyed this book. I love the characters so much. They're so cool. There's a little romance. I do enjoy the romance as well, and it was such a good time. It is so fun. And I feel like the only other pirate siren book I read was To Kill a Kingdom and I didn't love it, so I feel like this was a great redemption for the pirate siren type books. And then I read Same Time Next Summer. This one I really enjoyed. I definitely need to get to her other books too because I feel like I really enjoyed her writing and the vibe of this and like the setting. I loved the setting so much. They're like a little beach town and the beach and how our main girl really enjoyed swimming in the water and surfing and all of those like water activities. I loved reading about that because I'm not a beach town girly, so I loved living through her experiencing that. I really enjoyed the storyline too. It was so different from anything I've ever read really, and I'm just happy our main girl figured out what to do with her life because I really enjoyed how the story ended up and the main couple, side character characters are also good, and I really just love the setting of this. I feel like the setting just made the book, and kind of just the characters' background and what they do was really interesting as well. I loved it. I gave this one 4.25. And then I read Unwanted by Mia Sheridan. This is the 5-star of the video. This is the star of the show. So this one, I don't know how well I explain it, but basically wilderness guide Harper goes to this small town, and she basically has to help with a double murder investigation. And there is a guy who is a suspect named Lucas, and he has lived in the woods his entire life basically, so he is very unsure of the world, as one would be, and he just has a different lifestyle than everyone else, which as expected because he literally survived on his own in the wilderness for so long. What I loved about this book the most was the plot and the mystery aspect. It was so good. Like, it was so good. It had me hooked from the beginning to the end. There was like only one part where I'm like, it's kind of getting slow, when I just put the book down for a bit, and then I picked it back up and I was instantly hooked again. The mystery was incredible, and it was just really a good like mystery thriller book too, but it is technically romance, which was still enjoyable as well. This book had literally every emotion possible: sadness, anger, happiness, scared, all of them. And it really reminded me a lot of Archer's Voice, in the sense that the guys kind of had to learn a new way of life and just figure out how the world worked basically. So I enjoyed reading about that, and I loved learning more about our main guy and seeing him from a child to where he is now. It was so interesting reading about his story. I loved it so much. I could go on about this book, but I kind of want to not give a ton away because I went in so blind. Like, I hadn't even seen this book before. I just picked it up, read a little bit of the back, and instantly started reading it basically. I loved it. Please go read this. Definitely go in a little blind because you will be so caught off guard and you will love it, but maybe look up trigger warnings because there's a lot that goes on in this book, and I can definitely see how some of it would be triggering. And then the last book in this video was The Light We Lost, which I didn't really talk about much because honestly I wasn't really enjoying it, and I really kind of just listened to it in like big chunks, so I wasn't, you know, and there wasn't much to update with. Honestly, I did not really enjoy this book. I just wanted to get it done to, you know, boost my reading goal because it was only like a 7-hour audiobook, which is a short audiobook. I did not like the characters at all in this book. All 3 of the main characters were kind of insufferable for their own different reasons, and I just feel like it just kind of made me mad. Like, it's a second chance romance kind of. So originally our main girl, oh my god, I literally already forgot her name. Our main girl and this guy have a relationship when they're younger, and they break things off, things end. And then our main girl has a new relationship, but she's still kind of hung up on her ex, and I'm like, don't freaking get super involved when you're still that hung up on your ex. Like, bro was literally still, I can't get into it or I'm gonna get mad. But yeah, I gave this book a 2 stars. I would honestly not recommend it because I don't really agree with how the main girl acted and the things that she was doing. She should have just been honest with herself and her partner and both of the people she had relationships with, because in the end it was a mess. And how the story was told, I understood it, but at the end, the way things wrapped up, I have questions. But with how the story was told, I understand why that's how it ended, but I have questions. Like, not that I really care about the answers, but I have questions, you know? So yeah, I didn't really enjoy it. I gave it a 2 star only because there was parts of it that were entertaining and good and that I enjoyed, but for most of it I didn't agree with what the characters were doing and thought it was wrong and didn't like them. They all had flaws and I couldn't really see past their flaws. Solid 2 star book. Thank you so much for watching, and I feel like you guys hopefully got some recs from this. I did read some really good books in this, but there was also some bad ones, so take the good ones and read them and let me know if you've read any of these down below. I would love to chat. Peace.